Welcome back to the Kempire Daily YouTube channel where you get daily and consistent hot topics in music, entertainment, reality TV, and so much more. Guys, as you come into the chat room, please let me know if you're hearing me. We're trying out something new. I just want to make sure you guys can hear me. Testing, testing, testing. Let me see what you guys are saying in the chat. All right. Let me know if you guys can hear me in the chat. Let me know where you're watching from. Drop your crowns and your elephants in the chat. Yes. Okay. Perfect. Hey, can you hear that? Can you hear that? Let me know if you can hear the sound effects. Perfect. Perfect, guys. Welcome back to the Kempire Daily YouTube channel. As I said before, the Kempire is growing, and so that means things backstage will be growing. Testing out some equipment right now. As you know, I will be traveling, so I'm testing out those things as well. So if you missed our Love and Marriage Huntsville recap earlier today, be sure to check that out, and some more Real Housewives of New Jersey news and Real Housewives of Beverly Hills news. All of that. Check out everything that you missed. Shout out to everyone in the chat. Guys, just let me know if you can hear the sound effects that I'm dropping as well. I love it. I love it. I see the Bahamas in the building, North Carolina's in the building, our royal court and Team Kempire members are in the building. Guys, tonight is a subscribers only chat. So you would have had to been a subscriber since at least an hour ago. At least an hour ago. If you missed it, I was live on my TikTok. Watching the Real Housewives of Potomac. So you guys missed it. I didn't make an announcement. That's why I said you got to follow me on multiple platforms and making sure that you have your notifications on. Shout out to everyone in the chat. I'm so glad that things are working. If I look a little shiny, don't mind me. I had a facial yesterday. You guys are always asking, what do I do to take care of my skin? First and foremost, water. Shout out to you guys sending me pictures of your coldest water bottle for the low price. Look, hold on. Let me just post this up so you guys can see it. Get your coldest water bottle today. Get 10% off when you use the discount code KEMP10. Hold on. Testing. There we go. First starts with water, but it also starts with your skincare. I will be doing a special live talking about my skincare routine and the products that I use and the journey of, taking care of my skin as I get older. And if you're in your 20s, start now. But thank you so much. Shout out to everyone in the chat. I appreciate you all being here. Let's talk about the Real Housewives of Potomac. First off, we will start from the beginning, but the editors this episode were amazing. Thank you so much, Melva, for the super chat. I love it. But here, I don't have my my usual cash register sound, so I'm just gonna shimmy for you. Thank you, Melva, for the super chat and supporting the channel. Shout out to everyone that supports the channel. I love seeing your faces. I love seeing the comments. I love seeing the text messages. If you haven't joined our text messaging community, it is growing. I can't even keep up with the texts that you guys send me. Hold on. Let me just post that here. Thank you so much, Nia, for the super chat. You're always supporting. Hey, this episode was so good. It was a good episode, but it was really good towards the end. I don't think overall it was a great episode, but it was definitely good towards the end. But let's start at the top. Gizelle's home's under construction. I honestly forgot that this was a ranch, and she added the West Wing. I forgot the West Wing was intentional. I forgot that it was intentional. Miss Classy, you are not late. We are just starting. This is something that we do every single week here. Tonight, it's a subscribers only chat. So if you're not subscribed to the channel, why not? You're getting daily and consistent content. Hold on. I saw a comment that I wanted to highlight. Gizelle's house is so confusing. It's so confusing. I honestly forgot. I forgot that was an intentional move that she did with the West Wing. So now she's adding to the front, and I kind of see what she's trying to go with. But if the West Wing was intentional, damn, Gizelle, not only are your fashions tacky, but so is your construction taste. We already know your decor is tacky. And I'm not saying this to shade Gizelle, because I like Gizelle. I think Gizelle is important for the show. Who would we laugh at? Gizelle. Gizelle looked beautiful at her party. But we'll get to the party. So Giselle's on the phone with Robin talking about this reasonably shady podcast launch party. I guess it wasn't a launch party, which is an announcement party for the ladies. You know, we talked about reasonably shady. I only listened to episode 1. I have not listened since. I have not listened since. And a lot of you haven't either. But you know what I do support? Not iHeartRadio, but Black Effect. That is a Black owned podcast network. But get into the Kempire Radio podcast network if you haven't already. We're growing. Subscribe, rate, and review Kempire Radio on all podcast platforms. Stay tuned for when we start launching other people's podcasts. Stay tuned. That's always been my plan. Soon enough. Soon enough. But the thing is with this party, I get the name is reasonably shady, but Gizelle says that she still feels as if things aren't at peace with Wendy or Karen. So it's like, do you not feel that it was at peace, or do you just want to keep this going because you have no other storyline other than this? Other than this, what is your storyline? And I'm not saying she needs to go because she has no storyline, because there are a lot of people that have no storyline that need to go because they don't bring anything else. Gizelle brings stuff. She brings stuff. She brings the tacky fashions. She brings the weird house. She brings things. But the thing I didn't like, and I think Gizelle was being facetious, I think, because she did end up having the party outside. If they're doing construction outside, why would you have the party outside when you could have had it inside? Yes, you're going to probably still hear noise. And even if there's a part of your house that's under construction, you can have it away from that. You could even have it in the backyard, but I don't think you have a backyard. Other than the tackiness of your house, I do feel like the party that she did look pretty. It did look pretty. It just was very awkward where it was. It was very awkward. But I can also see the producers saying this. You know what would be really funny? If you threw the party outside. Damn it, producers. I hate you and I love you at the same time. I hate you and I love you at the same time. Damn it. Damn it. I'm here for it, though. I'm here for it. I'm skipping way ahead. She's plotting this party, but just one thing I have to give Robin credit for, she says to Gizelle, no, that's not going to be nice. You have to be able to invite them and have them come into your home. Okay? Tara, thank you so much for the super sticker. I love seeing the super stickers because I can't see it on StreamYard, but I see it here. Thank you so much for the super sticker. Appreciate you. You know what? I guess how come this is not working for me? How come my sound effect? Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to think why oh, I know why. Hold on. There we go. I'm just playing with things, y'all. There we go. Can y'all hear that? Just want to make sure y'all. We're gonna play that for every super chat just for now until I update my sound effects. Sonia, thank you so much for the super chat. Okay. Sonia says, I'm very surprised the village of Potomac approved the building plan unless she doesn't live in Potomac. I lived in the next zip code for 20 years. Yeah, I don't care. Gizelle doesn't live in Potomac. The only one that lives in Potomac is Karen. She's renting in Potomac, but she's the only one that lives in Potomac. But I do hear where she lives is a nice area, though. It's not, you know, it's not Potomac, but you know, it's nice. Monique, thank you so much. Guys, if you're not subscribed to the podcast, be sure to subscribe to the podcast. That's where I'm having conversations that I don't have anywhere else. I talk about things. I talk about people. You know how we do. We talk about people behind their backs. That's how we do it. And don't forget, tomorrow we will be doing my weekly collaboration with Layla Lynn and Grace Report here on the Kempire Daily YouTube channel. So they'll be here on my platform. So be sure to come, drop your crowns, your elephants, and say hello and share your opinions. I will be taking callers once we get to, let's get to 200 likes. We already have over 400 people watching. I appreciate you guys being here. Y'all want just to listen to little old me and my opinion about these shows. I appreciate that. I don't know if anyone else noticed, if you have YouTube TV, they were scrolling an announcement about all of the NBC Universal networks possibly being removed from their platform. This seems to happen. It happened when we had cable, where they are trying to negotiate something and they scare us to say, oh my goodness, we more than likely won't have Bravo on my look. You know what I'll do? I'll just get rid of YouTube TV and get something else. I've been trying to get Lifetime, so maybe this is the reason why I'll move over to Lifetime. Get me some Lifetime, and I'll start recapping Married at First Sight like I want to. Oh, cocktails with lovable Lisa. Thank you so much for the super sticker. Hey, you. Hope you're well. Oh, let me take a sip, y'all. Okay. So with this different mic, a lot of my sounds you're probably going to really get a lot. I apologize in advance. Sass says Sling is best. I had Sling before. I love YouTube. YouTube TV has unlimited storage for like things that I want to save. See, a lot of people are saying Sling. I mean, when I hear Sling, I think of other things. Let's get back into this. Karen is launching her candles. Her publicist comes over. Poor Ray is lifting those damn candles. I mean, look, we're not age shaming. Ray is an older man. There's nobody else. There wasn't a cameraman, someone that could have pulled that in, some hired help. Oh, wait, we're not supposed to call him hired. Someone. I just don't understand. See, me too, Danielle. I love my YouTube TV. I just wish they had Lifetime so I could talk about Married at First Sight. But you know what? I might just have to make the move and, because I want to talk about it with you guys. I love Married at First Sight. I watched the older seasons on Discovery Plus. Hold on, Miss Classy Diva. Hold on. There we go. Miss Classy Diva says, I haven't watched the episode yet. I love hearing Kempire's view, and then I watch. So hoping this one's going to be good. Miss Classy Diva, I love that. Well, let me make it good for you. Let me make it. It was actually a good episode. Last week's episode, we saw was sort of like a transition episode. This was a really good episode, and it got good towards the end. But let's talk about Karen's candle. Karen's candle, I said to you before, based on what you guys were saying, what the perfume smells like, it made me think that maybe I wouldn't like the candle. But when Ashley smelled the candle at the party, she made it seem like it smelled good. And Ashley's, a younger girl, younger woman. And I'm like, oh, maybe I'll like it. So Karen, just send me one. Look, I'm your fellas Taurus brother. Send me one. I'll buy it. Look, I'll buy it. I love a good candle, but if it stinks, I'm going to tell people, Karen. I'm going to tell people if it stinks. But that's the thing with candles. It's not necessarily it stinks. It just stinks to me and not necessarily to someone else. I'm very particular. I was at a store the other day and I was smelling candles and the guy said, this is our best seller. I smelled it. I was like, oh, Darlene, thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate it. Let me shimmy. I forgot to shimmy for the other. Okay, there y'all go. TikTok, thank you so much for being here. I am going to shut this off in just a couple of minutes, just because I wanted to be here on YouTube and, of course, Facebook platforms. Just want to let you guys know I'm here live on my YouTube. Head on over to the link in my bio on TikTok, and you can watch me here. So that way I'll be able to see all of your comments as well. Thank you so much for stopping in and showing love, Juice Box. Let me take another sip. My mouth is extra dry tonight. Daphne says, I want a candle. I want a candle too. I love a good candle. My friend made candles. I believe he stopped making candles. It was a sage and chamomile candle. I loved it. I still have one. I just don't want to burn it because I don't think I'm going to be able to get any more. My goodness. Okay. So back to this. So she has this candle business. She talks a little bit about Wendy's business, and the publicist sort of shades her. She's like, she's a teacher, right? She's a teacher that's getting into candles, publicist. Okay. She's a teacher that's getting into candles. Okay. Candace and Dorothy. Was anyone else really excited when you saw Dorothy was in another episode? I thought Dorothy went home. No, Dorothy's been there for 9 days. Dorothy Dot has been there for 9 days in her room, hanging out. Okay. She was hanging out. Oh my gosh. Someone has 70 candles? That's a lot. Shantae says candles are great. I love stocking up on what I can find at Marshall's and TJ. Oh, is that what I need to do? You know what it is? I've bought candles at certain places and I'm just like, you got to pay the money if you want a good candle. So when Karen says 3 wicks, it means something. Shantae is the one who told us about the whole candle community on YouTube. We might need to get into them because honestly, I want a good candle. I don't want a candle that sort of smells in a circle. I need a room that I need a candle that's going to fill a room, which will be required by 3 wicks. I don't remember the last time I got a 1 wick candle. Just saying. Even my friend just got me a gift of candles, but she gave me 3 candles, so I light all 3, so you get the same 3 wick effect. Just saying. But Candace and Dot. So this gets a little intense because Candace brings up Mia talking to Dorothy about asking if Chris is getting paid. I think the problem here, Candace, I know you're watching because you probably already disliked the video. Oh no, we don't have any dislikes. Look at me. I'm gonna need me to be a little bit more positive. Don't anyone go there and dislike it now, hater. But here's the thing. I think Candace's issue really should be with her mom, not with Mia. What Mia said, okay, a lot of people might say, that's overstepping, that could be rude. Okay. But it was your mother that was going from housewife to housewife talking about Chris and him living off of you. Chris comes in, the conversation gets a little heated, and he says something very interesting. I think he chose his words very specifically. Chris is like, you ain't never paid a bill with my name on it. Chris, which bills have your name on it? Can we see them? Please. Woo! Ah, you are correct. Nobody should feel comfortable talking about you to your mother. That's true. That's true. That's true. But I have to say, when Chris said those words specifically, he said, "You ain't never paid any bills with my name on it." We also found that they have a prenup. A prenup for what? Oh, a prenup to protect whatever Candace would inherit from Dorothy and her father. Okay, now that makes more sense. That makes more sense. You see my confused face, right? When I heard they had a prenup, I said, a prenup for what? But Mama Di is happy that there is a prenup. She feels protected. She feels protected, and I am happy for them. I'm happy for them. At the end of the day, Candace, it is a very much a Candy and Mama Joy situation. It's time for you to check your mom. It's time for you to check your mom because I do believe Dorothy is inappropriate. It's funny for us, but my mama could not be talking to my boo like that or about him to other people like that. But I enjoy it. I enjoy it. I enjoy it. Oh, we got 2 dislikes. Candace and Chris just disliked the video. Okay, since Candace and Chris are watching, can you post a bill with Chris's name on it from the house? More particularly, the mortgage. Thank you. Mia and her mom. Mia, every single week, I feel like we learn something new about Mia. Mia's mom went to jail. She was sentenced to almost 20 years. She didn't serve all 20 years, but she was sentenced to almost 20 years. Damn. But Mia's having a struggle, and we've talked about Mia's struggle. Mia feels as if her mom really makes time for her sister and her other siblings than she does for her. Mia really wants to have a relationship with her mom, and I can understand where Mia's coming from. I've seen other siblings do this very much the same, and I have friends that have the same issue with their parents. They feel as if their mom gives too much attention to one particular sibling. I can imagine. I'm the youngest of 6. I can imagine how a parent is able to show each of the child the children, the childs. Oh Lord, who am I? Who said childs again? Who was it? I can't even remember who it was. I forgot what show I was watching. You guys will remind me in the chat. I forgot who said it. How many childs? I can't. It was Toya. Thank you. I had a moment. It was Toya from Married to Medicine. Thank you, guys. This is why we see each other. But I feel for Mia. I feel for Mia. I don't know how parents are able to do it, especially when you already have your own struggles, your own life. You're living with one of the children that, you know, one of the siblings. So I get where she wants space for her, but I also think the mom is having a difficult time because she even said, not the last episode, but the previous episode, that when she looks at Mia, she's reminded of the man that got her hooked to drugs, that had her life spiral. So I think even if the mom isn't aware of this, I think subconsciously she doesn't really love being around Mia because of the way it makes her feel. But Mia is feeling rejected. I think Mia has a lot going on. I like Mia, but Mia is definitely a flip-flopper. Like, I'm on the fence with Mia. I don't know where I am with Mia this season. I like that she has a story. I like that she's sharing that story. She seems kind, but at the same time, she seems messy. But that's great for a reality show. I just don't know how I feel about Mia, especially after this fight at the end. All right. But Mia says she's still healing, and I really do enjoy. I do enjoy Gordon for her. G, her husband, he just seems like a level-headed. He adds balance to her life. He is the father that she always wanted. I know it's weird, but you know what I learned on Oprah? The relationships that we end up getting into is to heal our relationships with our parents. I remember a doctor saying that on Oprah. Anyone else remember that? Just saying. Now everybody's gonna be looking at their relationship. How am I healing what happened with my parents? It's true. It's true. Let me see what you guys are saying. Junius, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Can they make a Scala a full-time housewife? Okay, here's the thing. A Scala did her job this week. You know what she did? She was serving them the hors d'oeuvres. And look, I've been trying to like a Scala. And when I say like a Scala, like her for the show. And it's not because she doesn't have any drama, even though she had a little drama this episode. I love her fashions. I think she's gorgeous. She's always a great guest. But there's nothing happening with the Scala. It's like a voice out of the corner coming. You're like, oh, Scala, you're here. Hey, girl. Gorgeous though. She leveled up their fashion. If anything, bring her back for the fashion. Bring her back for the fashion. I love a Scala too. I think a Scala probably be a fantastic person. A Scala, please do not take this personally. Do not take this personally. But I have a job to do, and that's to tell the truth. That's to tell the truth. How dare you? Okay, she might be the new Marlo when it comes to fashion, but she's not the new Marlo when it comes to bringing the drama or adding anything. Stephanie says, give her a little time. Where is that? Hold on, Stephanie. I missed your comment. Stephanie says, give her a little time. She's giving fashion, but that's not enough. If I want fashion, I'll open up Vogue. I'll open up, my Instagram if I want to go look at fashion. Escala's gorgeous, but I'm bored. I'm bored. So I guess the rumors were not true. Okay. So Wendy, Escala, speaking of Escala, Wendy, Escala, and Karen go over her home. Again, Wendy lives very, very far. Wendy lives very, very, very far. They're talking about a few different things. They're talking about Wendy's candles. They're talking about this charity thing that they're doing. They're, book bags and things for kids going back to school, which I thought was great. I thought that was great. She also talks about this girls' trip to the Eastern Shore. When you say the Eastern Shore to a New York City person, I'm like, Fire Island? That would have been dope if they came up here to New York. I mean, I wouldn't want to meet them. But of the entire cast, the only person that I would probably want to meet, definitely wouldn't want to meet Robin. Maybe season one Robin, I would have wanted to meet her. Oh my goodness. Who would I want to meet? Karen, I probably would want to meet because that's my Taurus sister. I think we probably could relate and probably have a good kiki. I think I probably would like Gizelle a little bit, but she probably annoy me. Shout out to the Virgos. That was no shade to Virgos, but shade. Just saying. Okay. So they're collecting their stuff. They're talking. Okay, I have to say I enjoy seeing Ascala, Wendy, and Karen together. It reminds me of the Cottage Crew. I thought that was cute to see them come together, but to be honest with now, I reflect back on that scene. We'll move on. It was nothing. Let's get to why we're all really here. Okay, it's already almost a half hour in, and we're finally at the reasonably shady picnic street fair. What the hell was that? What the hell was that? So we don't claim her. Damn. The Virgos don't claim you. What's in the coldest water bottle? Water. I don't drink, y'all. I do not drink. I do not drink. I probably need to start the way things be going around these parts. Okay. Tailgate. Perfect. Wait, garage sale. Okay, we need to come up with some names. It was a pop-up. Wait, tailgate. Okay, overall, as I said before, I felt like she should have had the party inside, but I do feel like a producer said, "You know it would be funny? Let's have it outside." Someone told me that it was raining so much in DC, but it was also raining a lot here as well in the DMV area. And that's why there were so many mosquitoes. Was it mosquitoes or was it actually gnats? Because I couldn't be at that party if it was mosquitoes, to be honest with you. I can't. Mosquitoes love me. My blood must be sweet. Liam says corrupt construction party. But I love the editors. The editors were superb. The editors were superb tonight. They were superb. Um, with that being said, Gizelle, never do that again. Even though it was funny for us, I don't want to see that again. I don't want to see that again. Okay. Thank you. Look, thank you. So, okay, let me just go through some of the moments that stood out to me. They announced their podcast, blah, blah, blah. We're not listening. Just saying. Look, we're not listening. Yes, this is better. Groundbreaking ceremony. Yeah, because it was not to announce this reasonably shady podcast. So they play a game. They play a game. Well, before they even play the game, my thing is, if they're really trying to move on with Wendy and Karen, this is not the way to do it. Obviously, they're not. Obviously, Gizelle understands the assignment. Gizelle understands there needs to be some sort of drama. If there's no drama, then what's going to happen? Okay, so they're all leaning into this drama. So she tells the ladies about not letting Karen and Wendy into the house. And Wendy's like, "Well, I didn't want to come. So why are you here?" I have to here's the thing. I'm on Wendy's side this week. I'm on Wendy's side this week. But at the same time, there's something about when Wendy's upset, that mood, people feel it. Even I felt it through the screen. I was like, "Ooh, she's not happy." Anyone else? Anyone else? So they play this game reasonably shady, and I feel like we should play this too. And they're asking these questions, and I think the producers came up with these questions, of course, because my thing is, if you're really trying to move on with these women, these aren't the questions you want to ask. There are so many reasonably shady questions you could have asked, but of course, they wouldn't be related to what's going on in the group. But the last question that they asked, I felt went too far. I felt like that went too far. But not only did they fight about that, Candace arrives And she tries to check Mia for asking her mom about how Chris is getting paid. And I kind of feel like she put a little bit more funk on it, right? I do feel like she put a little bit more funk on the story because all she asked was, who's the manager and is he getting paid? She was like, you asking about this, you asking about that. You should, Candace, you should be upset with your mom. Your mom was really shady. She was asking all kinds of inappropriate questions and talking all your business. You should be upset with your mom. You shouldn't be upset with Mia. I get it. You have no other storyline. Again, I posted on my Twitter. I said, I'm not reporting on this back and forth between Mia and Candace because I am bored. It feels very intentional. Like this is going, they want to hype up this whole salad toss that's going to happen probably next week. And I was like, I'm not reporting on it. But here I am talking about it. Here I am talking about it. Sass says, but mama pays the bills. And that's probably why she doesn't say anything. Because her mom misdirected anger. Misdirected anger. You're right, Aaliyah. You're right. Candace needs a storyline. And that's what I kind of felt. Here's the thing. And I'm sure you guys understand this. These housewives, these celebrities, they use bloggers and not necessarily paying them. They try to cause drama on social media so that we will talk about it. And yes, I fall for it all the time, but this Mia and Candace situation, I was just like, I am not falling for this. I don't even want to talk about this. I'd rather talk about Erica Girardi and the victims that are owed money. Honestly. Instead of talking about people's big feet, wide face, wide body. And you know what it is? I think when Candace speaks, there's just a difference in the way that Candace speaks about people. It's just so it's like over the top. It's like she goes in the "Ugh," with it. Even when she was talking to Mia, she's like, "Oh, you were asking about." I forgot what she said specifically. Something about a body part, and then I can't. It's just too much sometimes. It's just too much. Even Mia's responses to her weren't bad. And then when she was talking about Mia's mom, and look, we have to understand that she probably doesn't know about Mia's mom and that difficult history. But who talks about anybody's mama? Why bring it to someone's mama? Why did we have to go to mamas? Mia didn't go to your mama. And she could have. I would have threw mama down under the bus. It was your mama coming to me talking about stuff. She was talking to all of us. But Robin and Gizelle said, "Why is that a problem if we talk about that or ask that question?" I think it is. I honestly wouldn't be asking someone's mama about who's getting paid and things like that. Even if she's coming up to me with all that business, I wouldn't. I'd be like, no, I don't want to know. I don't want to hear about it. I don't want any involvement. But that's me. And that's exactly what Karen was doing. She's like, I don't want any involvement with this. We are trying to get better in a better place. We're trying to get in a better place. We are trying to get in a better place. But Candace needed a moment. Candace needed a moment. She had the moment. It didn't end though. It didn't end because between the fighting between um Gizelle and Wendy, that gets heated. And then then Robin and Wendy, because Karen and first of all, can we just there's so much to talk about in this fight, and I'm gonna drop the call-in link, guys. Like, we're almost at 300 likes. I'll drop the call-in link at 300 likes. There's just so much to break down in this, and we will break it down again tomorrow with Layla Lynn and Grace Report here on the channel. So stay tuned for that. Because there was just so much fighting going on, and then the editors were doing all this. I want to get vaccinated. What the hell is a vaccination? I love Karen though. Karen literally got her second shot, and the way they edited everything, things getting blurry, Candace's powers coming out, and I was like, this is so good. So good. I was here for it. I was here for it. But of course, Karen brings up the whole girls' trip, but it's not going to be a girls' trip. It's going to be the couples going. But that's going to be awkward. First of all, is Michael Darby going to come? Is Juan Dixon going to come? And then Robin gets in her feelings again because she feels as if Wendy's not respecting her relationship. We hear allegedly, according to her new home's documents, she is a married woman. Okay. Okay, girl. All right. All right, let me drop the call link because I do want to hear what you guys have to say, and I have to get some rest. You know, I'm giving you consistent content, but I still need to get my sleep. All right, that's another thing. If you want to keep good skin, you need to make sure that you get some sleep. Okay. All right, let me drop the call in link here, guys. TikTok, I am going to shut everything down because the last time we had callers up, I got banned on TikTok. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. If you want to see the conversation, head on over to the Kempire Daily YouTube channel, guys. I'm also live on Facebook, the Kempire and Kempire Daily TikTok. Oh, not TikTok, Twitch and Twitter. I'm live there as well at the Kempire. I will talk to you guys later. Thank you so much for watching. Bye. All right. Oh, wow. Backstage is filled up already. Guys, I'm going to take callers. I'm just going to remind you to hydrate. And when you hydrate, hold on, y'all. Let me just pin this. Get your coldest water bottle. So many of you have been, I didn't even realize that you guys would really go out and buy your coldest water bottle. Get your coldest water bottle today. Shout out to the Coldest Water Company. If you would like your cold water kept cold for 36 plus hours, they come in so many cool colors. You guys have been texting me your cool colors. Love it, love it, love it. They've added some new colors and textures. They go from 12 ounces to a full gallon. So good. And then, again, this is exactly what I use to keep my skin glowing, along with other things. Let me see what you guys are saying. Hold on before we take some callers. Thank you, Diana. Shout out to my mods. Logan, thank you. Logan says, Kempire, you're the hardest working man on YouTube. I don't Twitter and Instagram. I've been falling short on my Instagram just because Instagram. Oh, special. I'm so sorry. Oh, I didn't realize it was that expensive to get to Kemp. We're gonna have to talk to them about that. Seth says, Kemp, what's the ear mics for? These are not ear mics. These are headphones. So it just helps with sound better, especially for your experience. Just helps with sound better. I don't need them necessarily, but I'm trying them out tonight just to, heighten the experience, guys. To heighten the experience. See, Sashi says my water bottle came really fast too. A lot of you have told me you ordered it and it came so quickly. I'm so happy. I'm happy when a company does what it is supposed to do and they're efficient. So shout out to them. Let's take some callers because I'm opening the timer tonight, y'all, because I told y'all I'm going to bed. I am going to bed. All right. I'm giving everyone 2 minutes because that seems to work. Okay. All right. Let me just put this up just as a reminder. All right. Finally, Justice is in the building. Finally, Justice, what is going on?
Hey, my Taurus brother. So since I got 2 minutes, I have to skip over the pleasantries and get straight into it. So Giselle's house was giving me cabin in the woods, giving me white people summer camp. Giselle's and Robin's invite was giving budget, dollar store clearance. Google made this, middle school sleepover, baby shower in the hood vibes. Another thing is that the parking was a disaster. I could not deal with that.
Yeah.
And the fact that what is it? Gosh, brain fart. Candace went ahead and parked last, but has the nerve to go in the house after she knows everybody left. You know you left. You got stuck on 495 trying to get there. And why not have the party anywhere else? Like, you could have rented a hall. You could have gone to a restaurant. It sucked.
Logan just said, why didn't they host it at Robin's house?
I think isn't Robin still in like a townhouse still at that time?
Yes, but
Um,
still better than the side outside.
well, it would have been a backyard party, I guess. And then why didn't they spray any bug spray? Put any tiki torches up for them people?
That's
I
true.
because I get bit up as well. And the last thing was that I really enjoy Wendy's responses to Gizelle and Gizelle and Robin's shady comments, because I felt like all the questions were kind of geared towards Wendy in a dig towards her.
Yep.
And the easiest thing would have been to leave when she said like, "Oh, I wasn't gonna let you use my bathroom."
Hmm.
But I think it was the better point to just keep sticking through it and working through it with them, and letting them know that you're not going to get to me about this when you have your own problems, and keep deflecting back to their problems, because then it kept making me think. I'm like, oh yeah, she don't have a man, and
Oh,
she talk about you.
she's got luggage.
Yeah, she had luggage. And last thing I want to say is that Candace was right about checking those girls about saying stuff at the thing, but saying your mama low budget was wrong. And Mia should have said, "Well, your hospital bill's about to be over budget if you say something else about my
Oh,
mama. Say something else about my mama. Nobody's talking about my mama." And I think that's my 2 minutes. That's it for me.
thank you so much, Finally
No
just for calling
problem. Bye.
in. Guys, when you hang up, just hang up. That way we can have more people come on on the backstage. Nia, I'm gonna bring you up. What's going on, Nia?
Hey, how are you? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Hey, so I really liked the episode. I did think it was a good episode. I think the episode basically led up to the fight, and that's why I thought it was pretty good because it gave you everything. Um, I feel as though if like Wendy didn't feel like coming, she should have never came because Wendy has this distinction on her. Like when you're mad, you're gonna know she's mad. Like you can just read it, even through the TV, you can read it, and she gives off that. So I think if she thought the thing was shady, I thought she should have stayed home because she can't handle those things like Karen can. Karen can just hear it and just be like, oh, okay, whatever. Like this is what we're gonna do. But I feel like Wendy wants it to make it a point that like she could say something back to these girls. So that's another thing. I feel like Mia, yes, she does flip flop, but I also think she's basically like another Kenya. She works for her check. You understand what I'm saying? Like, this is a show. Nobody is really supposed to be that friendly. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you can like it's just what she is, but also because she brings like she shows her mother and everything like that, and what she goes through, that also brings like something else to her, which I really really like. Um, when it came to the Candace mom and Mia situation, I really had more of a problem with Candace mom than I did Mia because yes, the questions were absurd and stuff like that, but at the same time, Mia would have had no legs to run on if Candace's mother never answered those. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm,
And she was not only just saying it to one person, she was saying to three other people. So Mia's mom made it very comfortable for them to say that, and that's a problem. Nobody should ever you should never make anybody feel comfortable to speak about your child. So um that's one thing, and she needs to pick that up with her mom, but she never does. It's always the person has to. And there's going to come a point in time, and that's probably another reason why she doesn't want to have kids, because I feel like if she had a child and her mother was to say something about her child, that will cause so much friction, it would even make no sense. And the last thing is, um, I do feel like the producers did help them with the questions, but I also felt like since Robin and Gizelle felt like, oh, since we're moving on, even though we know they said they still might feel something from Wendy, let's just be funny with these jokes. Let's just be funny because we're reasonably shady. So you guys know it's going to be some type of shade. I just want people to stop expecting Giselle and Robin to be any different because they show you time and time and time this is who they are. So don't be surprised when they give you that. Like it's like you know who the devil is. Don't expect him to be no angel. You
mm,
understand?
yep.
That's pretty much what I have to say.
Thank you so much, Nia, for calling in. We appreciate
Thank
you.
you.
All right, Shantae. Shantae changed her name. she, Shantae, what's going on?
She ready.
What are your thoughts on this episode?
This episode was hilarious. Between the messiness of everything that they were saying and the dramatics of the scary house. I couldn't help myself. But Giselle was just wrong all the way around for that last question. It was just like, I thought y'all settled it. I thought you squashed it. It's like, okay, you want to have a problem with Wendy now. Like before, we could have easily said, yeah, well, maybe you didn't mean it the way Wendy took it, even though she went off on you like you deserve. But now, even though y'all squashed it, you're gonna go back and do some mess like that, thinking she's gonna be cool with that? No. And now she's gonna really go for the jugular when you go to the Eastern Shore next episode. You really asking for it. I mean, she just can't help herself. I'm just resigned that she just can't help herself. She's sick.
She is a
But
producer's dream.
yeah. And Candace, she's doing too much with Mia. Like I said, it's one thing to just like, look, Mia, you need to kind of like stop running your mouth on me, blah, blah, blah. But just like I said, the way she's going at it is just too much. She's over extra. And you notice we ain't seen them stepkids since first episode.
Well, no, the second episode.
Was it the second episode? Well, we ain't seen them since that one episode. Let me put it that way. So I'm just like, yeah, Candace won't check Dorothy because I think by now Dorothy has just dangled so much over Candace's head that she just is, I don't want to say scared of her mom. She's just a little over intimidated. She slightly checked her this episode. And I was like, yeah, we ain't going to see that no more. But I really think that's what it was. Just really quick, I'm going to slightly go off subject. Everybody likes to talk about how Candace and Chris were able to afford that $1 million home. I have a theory. I'm not saying this is what they did. This is what I think they might have done. Do you remember when Candace, on her first season on the show at that reunion, she says, well, Chris and I are paying on the mortgage now. Even though Miss Dorothy said, oh, okay, whatever, girl. But they got on the mortgage. What I think might have happened because they were on that, their names were put on that mortgage. That's how they were able to afford that $1 million home they have now. Because in order to do that, two things: the lender has to agree, and that they have to deem both parties getting put on that mortgage as credit worthy. You can't just, not just anybody can do it. You have to be credit worthy. So both Chris and Candace were deemed credit worthy, because had they not done that on their own, they probably could have afforded maybe like a $600,000, $7,000 home, which is nothing to sniff at, because in this area that can get you a nice house.
Yeah.
But because they did that, it bumped them up to being able to afford that $1 million house. Because remember that second or third season she was on, they were looking at those expensive, super expensive homes. So they kind of knew we were like, y'all can't afford that. But I think that's what happened. They were paying on that mortgage because that was what, 2018 when Candace first came on the show. So you think about it, for about more than 12 consecutive months, they were doing that. And that's how that works. Much like how people will get on somebody's credit card and piggyback off their credit card to lift them from a 500 to a 700 credit score, which doing it with the mortgage is not as easy as it is doing it with the credit card. Because like I said, not everybody can qualify to do it on a mortgage. So that's how I think they did that, because you know how I feel. I don't really like Candace, but I will always defend her family investment and family wealth. And that's a smart thing that they did. That's a smart thing that they did. So let's not sniff her down to the gutter for doing that. Yeah. Her and Chris legitimately afforded that home on their own, and they did something very smart to do it. So applause to them for that.
All right, look, we'll give them applause. All right. Your 2 minutes have gone way past 2 minutes.
I know.
Appreciate the theory. Thank you so much for calling in, Shante. All right. In my opinion, I'm going to bring you up for a quick comment. What's going on in my opinion?
Hey, I'm going to give you a quick rundown real quick. Okay. So Gizelle, a.k.a. Gizelle, okay, with the Swamp House. Did you expect anything else? Okay. That's all I got to say about that one. Okay. Robin, we ain't worried about Juan coming on no trip because Juan's never there. Okay. Let's go on. Candace, the crybaby. Okay. She's not going to step up to her mama. First of all, you saw how her mama hit her with that purse. Okay. We don't know what's going to be next. Okay. Then let's go on to poor Wendy. Okay. Lord have mercy. Let that lady have her marriage, okay? She told y'all she fine. If y'all was some real friends, why would y'all wait and try to embarrass her and put it on camera anyway? You can't be no real friend like that. Yeah. Then let's go on to Mia. we all know Mia is supposedly the bone carrier of the group. I don't know why they gave her that title. Because her bones is very low, okay? Like stuff she telling, it be lies or it be misconstrued or, oh, well, this is what I thought you said. Yeah, we don't need that, okay? They got enough drama as it is. Okay, Karen with the 3-week counter. Yeah, Karen might have stole your idea, but she popped that thing out pretty quick. You know what I'm saying? She handed it off as gifts to him. So I guess let them illuminate their rooms or something. Shit. Jail need to light that thing now because she in the swamp thing house. So yeah, she might want to light that thing on up now.
Is that it, madam?
Yeah, that's it. I just had to read them off real quick. You know what I'm saying?
And I appreciate that. Thank you for calling in.
All right.
Bye. Shady Gal, I'm gonna bring you up in just a second, guys. Just a reminder. Oh, let me just do that. Don't forget, we have almost 700 people watching. Like the video if you haven't liked it already. Subscribe to the channel. Most of you that are everyone that's in the chat is a subscriber because it is a subscriber only live chat tonight. Last week we had a members only. If you'd like to become a member of the channel, head on over to TeamKempire.com for more details. Shout out to our Team Kempire and Royal Court members. Appreciate you supporting the channel. Let's take another call. Shady Gal, I'm going to bring you up for a quick comment. What's going on, Shady Gal?
Ooh, Kempire. The title of this episode needs to be The Audacity and Delusion, because ain't no way we gonna have an event out in the middle of the farm / Camp Crystal Lake while the serial killers can come and get us surrounded by bugs. Gizelle, what was you thinking? Girl, if you can't afford it, just say that. I know you and Robin are on the more of the destitute side, but you could have rented a nice little lounge or something to make this a little bit more, I don't know, something more, because outside of your barn, that's not cute. We seen all these farm workers walking by and stuff. Your uneven pavements. Ugh. And had the nerve to come for someone's relationship. You are mighty audacious. You are completely delusional to sit up here and have the nerve to try to be shady. Clearly this was the producers doing this, like definitely. But sweetie, you can't come for nobody living in a barn. Wendy got a house. She got a real house and a loving husband. You got a barn and some farmers and your daughters who look like they can't wait to get away from your crazy butt. And shout out to the editing with Karen, because Karen was making me crack up. She was over there, looked like she was zooted off some pills, whatever she had. That was not the vaccine shot. Whatever she had, we need to bottle that up. We need to market that. And then, of course, poor Wendy. When you got a good life, sis, that's enough reads for both Robin and Karen. You ain't got to sit there, not Karen, Gizelle. You ain't got to sit there in your feelings, boo. I'm sure they said something that was cut out, and maybe they'll bring it up at the reunion. But sis, you have a loving husband, children, and a job, and you don't live in a barn. You're winning every day. And I need Candace to quit with the yo mama joke. Baby, this is elementary school. We don't do that. And you really can't do that because your mama is an abuser. She pops you upside the head. She abuses you with her money. She controls every ounce of your life and talks trash about your husband and will be the reason you will end up in a barn just like Gizelle. I keep my mouth closed.
Okay. Thank you, Shady Gal, for calling in.
Love you, Kempire.
All right. Hold on, y'all. All right, let me see what you guys are saying in the chat before we take some more callers. We have a long line backstage. All right, let me just take some calls. Everyone in the chat, I apologize. I'm seeing your comments. You guys are making me laugh, but I want to get to the callers so I can go to bed. Natavia, I'm going to bring you up. What's going on, Natavia?
Nothing's going on. How you doing today? Again.
Wow. Yeah.
I just want to say that Gizelle have a lot of nerve. She always talking about somebody, and then that raggedy ass house she got. That's why she didn't want them to come in. Nobody wanted to come in there. She didn't want them to talk about how raggedy that house looked. Everybody else's house looked immaculate. Well, except Robin's. Robin's just looked like Joe Blow's house. She didn't want them to come in there because she knew they was going to dog it out how she dog out everybody else's house. And then to say that she wasn't going to let them use the bathroom. Like, you let a dog use the bathroom. Like, you wasn't going to let them use the bathroom. And then to say that to them, and then for Robin to get an attitude with Wendy when she was like, well, I wasn't going to come because of that old shady invitation. And then, like, why would Robin, what is your problem? Like, why do you constantly get an attitude with that girl for getting the attitude when y'all say some old shady mess to her? Like, when she gave you that question to read, you should have said, I'm not reading this. Like, I'm not reading this. Like, just like you stood up and said, you gonna let them use the bathroom if they have to, you should have been like, I'm not reading this question. Because Wendy had every right to say what she said. Like, you want to say this? Oh, because the same blogger said one of y'all had an STD. Now check that, boo. And Candace, I don't know why Candace won't go off on Gizelle them, because when Gizelle gonna say Karen was talking to your mama too. And Wendy was like, well, why you saying Karen? Because you was talking, you and Robin was. And then she was like, well, we wanted to know the answers too. And then Candace just laughed that off. So I'm like, why you do that? Like, because you see clearly from Wendy going off on her, she not going to do nothing. So why you won't go off on her? Because she was wrong too. And then she's gonna try to throw it out there like what Karen was doing was wrong, when you knew what you was doing with her mama was wrong. Karen was like, I don't want none of that smoke, Miss Dorothy. Like, go ahead on, Dot. Go on with that mess. That's all I have.
Perfect timing. Thank you so much, David.
All right, have a good one.
You too. Adrian, thank you so much for the super chat. Adrian says, does Giselle's house look like someone built it using the new map? It's giving me Tetris. Right? Ooh. Thank you so much for the super chat. And here's a shimmy. You know, I like to shimmy for the dollars. Thank you so much, Ayana. I appreciate you supporting. Shout out to you guys that support the channel every single day by watching. Check out everything that you missed this week. Also, a new podcast will be coming midweek. I know I'm a little late. It's been a busy weekend. Got lots of things going on, including fixing everything around here. Let me see. Hold on a second, y'all. Let me turn these things off. Okay. AKM, I'm going to bring you up. Hey.
Hi, Kempire. I am a new subscriber. Like, I've been watching you the past month, and I really enjoy you. And all of your subscribers. Everybody's pretty much on the same page, I think. In regards to Giselle's house, I hate it. I just hate her sense of style. But at the same time, I feel like she should have just made her storyline about her house, getting it together, that being the first time she's able to purchase and make a home for her girls. And we would have all been more sympathetic and, taking it a little bit easier for her not having great style. So I don't know, but that just bothers me that she focuses on all the wrong things and creates storylines when she really does have a storyline. She's just not bringing it out. And then also, like, with Candace, I just really can't take her. I feel like she doesn't read. I feel like she's immature, and it's just playground mess. Like, Mia was wrong too for being messy and asking her mom those questions. But at the same time, Candace, the way that she responded to it, she was right in her energy and what she was saying. But it's just what she was saying was just completely out of line. Yeah. So in that case, that made them both wrong. That's pretty much all I wanted to comment on. I love Karen. I think Karen knows what she's doing. She understands the assignment. And so she knows how to be funny and just be the crowd pleaser that we all love.
Yes.
And then Robin, I feel like she got a little backbone when it came to the bathroom situation. But then for her to read that question and try to come for Wendy's marriage again after they had solved that was really disgusting. And that's one thing about the Housewives franchise that I'm kind of sick of seeing, is these women attacking each other's families. Like, keep it on a shady level, but that's not shady. That's just being just disgusting. So can't wait to see what happens next week. And I hope Wendy reads them their rights for that question. It was horrible.
Yeah, I do feel like that was below the belt. It was below
the
belt.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much for calling in, and welcome to the family.
Thank you.
Bye. All right, Amy, I'm going to bring you up. What's going on, Amy?
Amy, hey, how you doing?
Hey, I'm well. How are you?
The ghetto. I have a question. Did a scholar call Mia a hoe ass?
Yes, we
What was
damn, we
that
ain't ready to talk about
about?
Scala.
What was that about? Why is
I feel
Mia
like
a
they're
hoe
slut
ass?
shaming her. I really feel like they're shaming her for being I'm not even slut shaming. I feel like they're shaming her for her past.
I literally was like, oh, when did y'all get into it? And why is she a hoe ass? She's married. I don't, we know how she bounced her husband, but why are we still calling her a hoe? And then I thought to myself, this is why I miss Katie. If we're gonna give somebody a flute, Katie needs to come back. I'm done with the scholar off of that alone. Candace, this is a call for Monique. Please, if you hear me, come back. Come back. You ain't gotta go. Just say you had thought about it and come back on the show. Because I think Candace really feels like this is normal behavior. She just constantly is talking crazy. I can't take it. It's just a whole different level. Yo, mama, girl, that was too much. That's the only thing I had to say. But that just took me aback because I'm like, I'm not used to people just allowing somebody to be that reckless. And I'm not saying beat her up, but it needs to be maybe some fear in her where she won't just say anything. Cause like, I'm just saying, like, where is the cutoff? Who checks her? That's all I'm
Our
saying.
mom, Dorothy.
But can we bring Dorothy there when she starts calling people's mamas and all low? But I just need for her to be checked, and I need for all of them to stop slut shaming Mia. I don't like Mia for her flip floppiness, but not because I think she's a hoe. And then for somebody to say that out their mouth as a woman sitting amongst women and no one check it, that bothered me.
Yeah.
So, and I
Yeah.
love, okay, I was happy to see Drunk Karen back. Drunk Karen is the best Karen.
She is fascinated.
But Karen is fun when she can be fun. I love that Grand Dame. And she's just saying crazy stuff out of her mouth and not letting Gizelle and them get to her. I like that Karen. So that was like, I was like, we need that more of that and bring back Katie. I'm done with Scala. Please, Monique, if you hear me, come back next season. That's all. Just for like maybe just fly in for a couple of episodes. That's all.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen. All right.
I
Thank you,
know.
Katie, for calling in.
Okay, bye.
Bye. All right. Okay, we're gonna take a couple more callers, guys. If you start calling in, I am hanging up very soon. Nia, thank you so much for the super chat. Shimmy. And Nia says they are shaming Mia for her past. Not everyone was raised the same. Mia doesn't get certain concepts because she wasn't raised with them. They come for her past because it's easy. Yeah, ever since she was open about her past, and this is why people aren't open about their past because of situations like this. This is not the first time that they've sort of shamed her for what she was open and honest about. Okay. All right, let's go. D, I'm going to bring you up for a quick comment. What's going on, D?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So I just wanted to make a couple quick points. Whenever Candace was talking about what the girls were asking her mom, I feel like at that moment she couldn't have really knew exactly what her mom had said because she hadn't watched the show back yet. So I don't think she was knowing everything her mom was putting into the conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Then okay, I got little key points. Karen's candles. I feel like Karen had to be done with those candles already. I don't think she copied um what is it, Wendy's idea, because how would she manage to get her candles, get the budget, get them packaged, like they're done. So I
And she
don't
likes
think she
candles. It's a
copied
whole
that.
aromatherapy.
Yeah, I feel like she already, had that in the works. And then Ray on the phone, that was a little weird because it was a picture message, but then he said it was a prank call. I don't know. That was confusing to me. And then, okay, let's get to the little thing at Giselle's little yard or whatever. Gizelle, I don't understand why she's still trying to come so hard at Wendy. At this point, it's like it's over with. I feel like Wendy really didn't come with the attitude. She was clapping for them when they announced the podcast and everything. So I don't know why she like kept coming at her. I feel like her and Robin were definitely bullying they were picking, and it's pretty obvious to see like when they're picking with Wendy. And I feel like she had the right to come back at them. Candace, I don't know. I feel like with Candace and the Reeds, I feel like sometimes it gets kind of taken like too far, because if you can't bring up the body, you can't bring up the age, you can't bring up the kids, you can't bring up the husband, like what are we supposed to say? I don't know. Maybe I just don't know how to argue. But that's really it.
Okay.
That's really it for me. A Scholar was beautiful. I love that sweater. It was so cute. But that's really it. Thank you.
Thank you. Do you have a great night? Bye. All right, guys. We have almost 700 people watching. Be sure to like the video if you haven't liked it already. This is our weekly subscribers only live chat recapping the Real Housewives of Potomac. We will be doing our weekly collaboration with Grace Report and Layla Lynn here on the Kempire Daily YouTube channel tomorrow at 1:30 p.m. Eastern. Before that, we will be doing our Real Housewives of Salt Lake City recap collaboration on Down with Jason on his channel. I'll be posting links on that on my socials, so be sure to check that out tomorrow at 12 p.m. Eastern. That will be with Up and Adam and Down with Jason on Down with Jason's channel tomorrow at 12 p.m. Eastern. And then right after that, we'll be back here on the Kempire Daily YouTube channel for the Potomac recap with Layla Lynn and Grace Report. I know they have a lot to say about this latest episode, so stay tuned for that. Let me get to the oh god, we have a lot of people. All right, callers, 2 minutes. I'm going to be very strict about it. I am not trying to be rude, but I want to get to everyone. Cocktails with Lisa, what's going on?
Hi there, darling.
How are you?
Yes, I haven't seen you in a long time. But let me get this started, baby doll. I'm gonna tell y'all like this one. I'm liking that Chris kind of put Mama Dorothy in her place, that you ain't never paid nan bill with my name on it. And I like that he said that. He letting the world know you ain't never paid no bill. She ain't never gave me no money. So not like that. Even though everybody want to be out in their business, want to know who paying what house and who house note and everything else, which ain't nobody else's business but theirs. Cause they ain't long they ain't ask cartel for no money. I'm fine with it, baby doll. They can live in a shack if they want to. Him or her, you know what I'm saying? Long they don't ask me for no money, okay? And I'm fine over here. But I'm gonna tell you like this on here. Now I'm tired of Robin though. Robin needs to get on. Why you keep on joining with that mess with Gizelle? I don't understand. I just don't understand it no more. It's get on my nerves. Girl, you was wrong. Talking about Eddie and his big, you should say, nah, I'm not finna do that. Like the caller said, I'm not finna get involved with that. You want nobody out in your business with you and Juwan. You know what I'm saying? They said Juwan got another woman. So you don't want nobody to talk about that. So get on with yourself. I'm sick of it. And I've been told you, Kempire, that I did not like Neil. I said something I did not trust about him. Not when his first scene came on, we talked about this. I did not trust homegirl. I told you, honey, she is wife number 4, wife number 5, right around the corner. Okay. I told you. You remember I told you that? I said I didn't know something about her. I just didn't like. Now I don't think I can. One thing, and Giselle need to sit down somewhere. You know, you had that fake story last year, talking about you and Jamal gonna get back together. That was a fake story. Cause Monique said it. I believe it, and I do believe that was a fake story. And I'm gonna tell you like this: when you good, you need to talk about nobody relationship, nobody house, nobody dressing. Okay, you can focus on your own self, honey. Cause you need to send Grace to Jamal, so Jamal can teach Grace how to drive a car. Cause you ain't teaching her, baby. I'm sorry, okay? And that's just really, I don't think I can say, but I'm always gonna be Team Candace, okay? And congratulations to my girl for being number 4 on iTunes.
I hate to cut you off, but we're over 2 minutes and I want to get to everybody.
I know, darling. Love you. Good night.
Bye. Okay. All right. Daphne, I'm going to bring you up for a quick comment. What's going on, Daphne?
Hi, Kempire.
How are you?
I'm well. I one of the funniest things that I found in this whole episode was really funny, but Ray and Karen, they had me in stitches. First off, when Ray was trying to carry the boxes, my heart just melted for him because they're always talking about how he's old. He's trying to show I may be old, but I'm still a man.
Oh,
don't get it twisted, okay? And then when he and Karen with that phone call, I was in stitches because he said, wait, wait, wait. Don't tell them our names. And she said, I did it. I just said this is Mr. and Mrs. Raven Huger. I was like, that is his name. So that was funny. And then I was really happy when Chris stood up for himself and said, no one pays my bills and whatnot, because we did see when Miss Dodd was saying, oh, I don't know, and that house is expensive, and this and that in the last episode when she was talking with the other ladies. But I was happy to see Chris stick up for himself and kind of like, no, you're not going to emasculate me. I'm still a man and I pay my bills. I'll fry my fish up. I'll do what I have to do, but I'm going to handle my business. and, and then with Escala, oh my gosh, when Gizelle was bringing them to see the house, Escala took one look at that walkway. She said, I'm good. I'll come back when y'all are done. I ain't messing up my expensive heels. I'm going right back to the she shed that y'all have set up outside for the function, and I'll be cool. But that was it. This episode was really funny. The shade, I was like, we all talked about that. I'm not worried about that, but I'm gonna have to watch it over again because I need a good laugh.
Me too.
And that's it. Have a good night.
You too. Bye. All right. Jay Millie, I'm going to bring you up for a quick comment. What's going on, Jay Millie?
Hey, Kempire, how are you, hon?
Well, how are you?
Okay, I'm doing very well, but I'm gonna make this very quick because I didn't even know I was gonna be out here. But let me just say this first, okay? When it comes to dark-skinned women, I feel like light-skinned women always feel like they have the upper hand, and you can't be brown-skinned, and you can't be beautiful, and you can't alter yourself, because if you alter yourself, you're doing too much. There is absolutely no reason for them to be coming at Wendy as hard as it is. If you guys have addressed it, you had this little tea thing with Mia, and y'all was supposed to, have mended fences, and I'm sorry, and I think you're nice, and I think you're this, and I think you're that. Okay, well, let it go. Okay, because the holding on to it, y'all just wanted to break this woman down, and Wendy is not having it. My other issue is with Candace. Candace, when Monique was when you were going through it with Monique, Wendy had your back 100%. She was not taking no SHIT from nobody, and she had your back. Now, you said a few things to Gizelle and Robin, but you have not came through for Wendy like you should have. You see they consistently beating this girl down. Everything that she went through with their families, being together, trying to be together and have a family, and you're not standing in her corner like she stood in your corner. And I feel like that is very, very shady. As far as Mia, she's very dissy to me. Mia, you set yourself up for them to come at you, boo-boo. Okay, I'm gonna tell you that right now. I don't give a damn, excuse me, language. Don't care about your mom and all this other stuff and everything else that you had going on, because you are very messy. Just like you threw that shade saying, well, she said that she's a weak bitch and all of that. Okay, did she say that really? I didn't hear that. Well, I thought she said, well, you need to get your facts straight, because that's not what she said. Okay, boo-boo. Okay, so she's setting herself up for that. You didn't even know Candace's mom for you 5 minutes, not even 2 minutes of talking to her. You asking her who paying, is he getting paid, who's the manager, and all this other stuff. You are, ma'am, you're out of line. You are totally out of line. So I don't mind. I don't blame Candace for getting up in her face. As far as Ray go, I'm all about Karen. Karen gives me life. She make this whole show funny. Karen, I love you, Karen. But Ray, first of all, you're not in a position, to be having all these women up in your phone and then a picture popping up. How did the picture pop up, Ray? Okay, somebody had to program it in there. It didn't program itself, right? Okay, Karen, let's use the context clues, because you smart with the shade. You need to come on with the shade with this husband while you trying to replan this wedding and spend all this money. Get it together, Potomac, okay? Because y'all really giving me life, but I don't feel like they're really getting. I don't feel like they're being fair to the brown skinned women, because when Monique came on the show, Gizelle gave her a lot of heat as well, just the same as she doing with Wendy. But when Candace came on the show, it wasn't that much heat, because Candace wasn't a threat. But you get a woman on there that's brown skinned that is a threat. It's a problem. Robin and Gizelle thinking, because I'm light skinned, I got these eyes and I'm cute and I'm this and that. Robin, first of all, you can't pay your bills, and you really, really hanging on to Guan by a thread. I'm just be honest with you. And Gizelle, while you living next door to Shrek, I'm gonna need you to get that together, okay? Because you're in the same neighborhood as Shrek. You cannot throw shade when your shady behind is trying to throw a party in your driveway and your drive-through. You don't even have a circle where people can come out the drive-through. Girl, it's one way in and one way out. And you sitting up here trying to throw some shade at Wendy and shade at everybody else with a boot on, sitting up there looking like Barbie's grandma. I don't think so. So, Kempire, I've been practicing what I'm gonna say because it's just been a lot with this show, but it had me cracking up. I am a new subscriber to you. I really love your show and I love everything that you do. I think you're accurate in everything, in every story, and I'm gonna continue to subscribe. And I got my notifications on. And if y'all don't have your notifications on, you need to turn them on because I don't know what y'all got going on. So thank you for picking me. I sure appreciate it.
Thank you, Jay Will. You made me laugh. Have a great night.
You have a great evening too.
All right, I'm taking these last two callers, Melva and Angel Eyes. No one else call in. Matter of fact, hold on. Let me get rid of this before y'all decide y'all want to try calling in. It's late. I got places to be. I got to get early tomorrow. I got a busy day. Speaking of busy day, tomorrow we will be live 12 p.m. Eastern on Down with Jason's channel with Up and Adam, doing a recap of the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. Then at 1:30 p.m. Eastern on the Kempire Daily channel, it's my week, my collaboration with Layla Lynn and Grace Report, 1:30 p.m. Eastern, recapping the Real Housewives of Potomac. I got to hear what my ladies have to say about this episode, especially because it was so much fun to watch. I'm going to rewatch it. Okay, let's restart the counter. All right. Melva, I'm going to bring you up. What's going on, Melva?
Hi, Kempire. Thank you. I'll be really quick. I just want to say that I did too enjoy the show, and I'm not a Candace fan, but I'm glad she came at Mia like that, and I think it shocked Mia. I think maybe going forward she'll be a little bit more careful about what she talks about. I thought the whole scene at the video shoot was just messy. And then Robin and Gizelle were saying that wasn't the place to do it. Well, was it the place to talk about their finances? I don't think so. So let's be grown women. You know, we're out here to support her. Just support her. And I don't even care for her. And then another thing, I think they were being hateful towards Mia. They knew what the questions were before the ladies even got there. And that last question, Gizelle just politely passed it off to Robin because she couldn't handle it. Robin gave it, and then when she responds to it, it's a problem. And that's where a scholar stepped in. She said, no, no, no. You asked her the question in a shady way, and when she responds, you get mad. Now she got to leave. That wasn't cool. See, they can dish it, but they can't take it. I know that's who Gizelle and Robin are, but some part of me is still hoping Robin will wake up, because that's not the Robin that first season. Like you said, that Robin is gone. And I'm looking for her. She's just not that girl. You weren't a natural born mean girl. So just find your own way. You can love Gizelle and disagree with her. And so a scholar, okay, who else? Wendy. I'm okay with Wendy. I don't want to hear about the Eddie story anymore. It's over. Y'all, if y'all are good, then just let it be. I wouldn't even discuss it anymore. Now, next time we're going to see the dynamic between Mia and her drunk looking husband. We're going to see other things. So what goes around comes around. We need to be really careful how we treat people. And that's all I got to say. Good night.
And under 2 minutes. Thank you so much, Melva. You guys are on fire tonight with the comments about Potomac. I love this. We do this every Sunday, guys, 9:30 p.m. Eastern. And I didn't tell you, we were live on my TikTok and we were watching together the episode. And I was commenting and watching. You know what we do with the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills every Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern? We did it with Potomac. I didn't tell anyone, just my TikTok followers. So if you're not following me on TikTok, you should. Okay, let's get into it. Last caller, Angel Eyes Murphy. I'm going to bring you up. What's going on, Angel Eyes?
Good night, and how are you doing?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm fine. I'm calling all the way from Nassau, Bahamas. The first time catching you live. First time inside your back. Oh, man, yeah. Anyway, moving right along. The mess. Just messy. Just messy. That's all it is. Just messy. Mia, I don't know what she needs to do, but she needs to get a life, because it seems like everything is everybody else and nothing is about her. She needs to stop, because when Gizelle turns on her, anyway, moving right along. Let's talk about Gizelle. Messy, 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 messy. Reasonably shady. She needs a life because she can't dress. She don't know how to wear weave. And how dare she even, anyway, in the backyard? Okay, yeah, okay, right. In the jungle, okay. Now, all that back and forward with Robin and her versus Wendy is colorism, because that's how I see it, because they keep attacking her. Is that exactly like the several callers before me said? Everybody targets that dark skin. That's colorism. First of all, if she is black, she's intelligent, she's smart, she's witty, she has money, and after she also wants to do a side hustle, and yet you want to pick something that was old news. If you were supposed to be her a soror, you're supposed to be her friend. Why are you trying to deal with something that you claim you don't believe? Throw it out there. Come on now, messy. Can we say messy? Yeah, that's why karma came around and your foot is in the boot. Your foot was in the boot, and the next thing might be her mouth. They need to be careful, because somebody might get busted in their mouth pretty soon.
Hopefully not.
No more solid tossing.
No solid tossing. All right, Angel Eyes, I appreciate you calling in all the way from the Bahamas. I can't wait to start traveling again.
Yes, yes. And when you come, please let me know. Hit me up so then I could, we'll do it like that.
Yes, yes. Thank you so much for calling and have a fantastic night.
And the same to you. And I'll try to catch you live tomorrow.
Yes. Bye. Speaking of which, guys, here are my final thoughts. As I said before, this is our weekly subscribers only Real Housewives of Potomac Sunday night after show. And I love hearing your opinions. And as always, for our replay crew, I want to know your opinions. Let me know your thoughts, how you would rate this episode. Shout out to the live chat. From 1 to 10, how would you rate this episode? Okay, I'm going to go there. This is definitely an 8.59 for me. 8.59 for me. It was just because the end was so funny between Karen and the special effects that they were using. I loved it. I loved it. Nia, thank you so much for the super chat. Here's the shimmy. She says, I don't feel like Gizelle will turn on Mia. Her story is too close to Juan's story, who is close to Robin. If she does if she goes there, Robin will feel away. Oh, I never thought about that. Good point. Thank you so much, Nia, for the super chat. Shout out to everyone that sent in the super chat. You don't have to, but I appreciate you supporting the channel. It helps keep the lights on. It helps us to get new cameras. It helps us to get mics and situations. This is what your support goes for. Even when you're watching the channel, it's greatly appreciated. You're helping support us build out and grow the Kempire studio. So one day it will be in an actual office building here in New York City with a live audience. Yes, you know the goal. You know the goal, guys. All right, so I see you guys. Some are saying 9, 8. I see it 7.5 or 8. All right. So shout out to our replay crew. Let me know your thoughts on this episode. Shout out to everyone that called in. Shout out to my moderators. I know it's a lot of work, especially when we have over 700 and something people watching, and everyone has opinions about this show. I thought it was a solid show, especially the ending. The editing just sent me to a whole other place, and hearing your opinions sent me to a whole other place. Thank you for tuning in. Don't forget, tomorrow, 12 p.m. Eastern, I'll be on Down with Jason's channel for the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City recap. And then at 1:30 p.m. Eastern, we will be doing the Real Housewives of Potomac here on the Kempire Daily channel with Layla Lynn and Grace Report. Stay tuned for that. Turn your notifications on. Join our texting community. Matter of fact, let me put that up. Join our texting community so that you don't miss out on any of that. I will be posting and sending out texts tomorrow with all the links. Shout out to everyone that's been watching from around the world. Shout out to our new subscribers. Shout out to our old, not old, but you know what I mean. The subscribers that have been here a long time. I appreciate you all being here tonight. Thank you for tuning in. I will see you guys tomorrow. Yeah.